Our today's talk is on a quantum topic whose description is yet to be collapsed or detected. Okay, the talk will be given by Arindam Mukherjee sir. Arindam Mukherjee sir is a senior research officer at our center, High Energy and Cosmic Research Center, and he is also the founder secretary of our group Kraga, which is conducting this, and he is also the event director of our program, that webinar that we are conducting, and this program is brainchild. We have started this program since June 2020, and this is a collaborative program. Means whoever who is the listener here, if he has wish, he can also give one talk in this system. And particularly in this COVID situation, we have found that this is one of the better way to interact with each other and our works. Okay, now I will now request Arindam Mukherjee sir to start his presentation.
Good afternoon to all. My talk is on a quantum topic whose description is yet to be collapsed or detected. Now, my lecture outline is simply know your customer, relevance of discussing anything in quantum mechanics, one experiment, multiple questions. Now, first, as an introduction, I would like to mention nothing about the theory of quantum mechanics. It should be very clear, but rather about the understanding. After about a century of its formulation, because we know that about 1920s or so, it is formulated, the quantum mechanics. In relation to the signatures and outcome of the long-standing experiments which triggers our curiosity in the pathway of somehow to how. Such type of brainstorming is very pertinent in the context of current era, that from all basic scientific developmental aspects, we are trying to control the dynamics of the atomic domain, or rather the quantum domain. Such quantum objects do not behave as a classically desirable way. Hence, we may say that our magnitude of success in the distant future naturally demand a better understanding about this problem. Now, this is the KYC. There is a very comfortable seat with a very uncomfortable quotation by Richard Feynman. But I think I can safely say that nobody understands quantum mechanics. Hence, the seat is blank even today, because this quotation cannot be strike out. And the necessity of the talk is another quotation. The physicist Paul Davies has said that the 19th century was known as the machine age, the 20th century will go down in the history of information age, and I believe that the 21st century will be the quantum age. Let's see the situation. This is a collage for all how and somehow. And this is the quantum is the very word, the Latin word, which is meaning is in Latin how much. The theory developed in 1920s by Niels Bohr, Erwin Schrödinger, Bernard Heisenberg, Paul Dirac, and others. Some specific things we learn from quantum mechanics, which we know as a special, that is the discreteness in nature. Everything is made of waves, also particles, principles of uncertainty, and quantum physics is non-local, and it gives rise to quantum entanglement. And here the energy diagram of different states and equivalent electron wave probabilities diagram. And the relevance on it, why it is so relevant, because if we look at the present era, we see that the nanotechnology is developing and it is a part of quantum engineering. And also there is a threat on Moore's law. The Moore's law, which said that the transistor number of transistors or the logic gates on a computer chips and the computational speed of the computer nearly doubles every 18 months. And we see a linear progress, a progress with a constant gradient over a long time, and about 3,500 fold times it has been magnified. But at the present era, it comes to an end, almost end, or it is pressing towards a quantum domain, because the dimension of the individual entity, the building blocks, the gates, logic gates, have reached so thin that is, it comprises of few hundreds of atoms. That is, the control to the quantum domain is very much necessary for our data. Hence, better understanding is also required. And there is one quotation from Robert Doyle, who said that for planning horizons, I picked 2020 as the earliest date we could call it date, like Robert Doyle, who seeks Fluor Technologies as the director of Microsystems Group at the Defense Advanced Research Project. You could talk into me 2022, but rather it will be come at 7 to 5 nanometers. We know some atomic dimension of the order of nanometer, and it will be in that domain. And for that, some other technologies are developing, and quantum mechanics is also playing a very important role in that domain too. What is that domain? The domain is we are classical bits, and 0 or 1, and here new technology is quantum bits. Technologists are preparing quantum bits, but it is a superposition of two states, 0 and 1. And another technology is also developing, Kashmiri et al. From where we learned that another technology is also developing, which is called p-bits. And the p-bits is an intermediate between the classical bit and the qubit. And it is somebody called four-man qubits. That is, it is two states are there, discrete states are there, 1 and 0, and a fluctuation will be designed within these two states. And it is to be minded well that we have to design the softwares and we have to design the hardwares accordingly, because if we want to flourish in qubits, it is very hard to control the other efforts, other actions, because it is perturbed. It can easily be perturbed. Hence, for developing such system is very challenging. Hence, p-bits can be convinced that it can be developed. P-bits. Hence, the work on developing p-bits and the algorithms are going on. On the other hand, cluster computation are also going on to beat the situation. Hence, progress is towards it sets a challenge that how far we understand the quantum world better. And it is not also in the field of quantum computing, it is also in biology, in chemistry, in all around, in communication, in all around. we see that we are progressively heading towards the dimension of atoms. That is the quantum world. And it is rightly said by politics that this century may be for quantum era. But where is the confusion if it is so? Because the technologists are approaching towards that and they feel the actual threat or how they are the challenges faced by them, the technologists. And we think the physicists also play a role to develop ideas, to develop better understanding about this domain, because physicists always guided all the sphere of life in science and technology. And here is a CMOS scaling. It is a list, the dimension, and we see that in 2020 it is 5 nanometer, 20 to 3 nanometer, and 2023 it is expected at 2 nanometer. The scale will be downsized to 2 nanometer. And this is the famous atomic version of IBM logo. The image was produced by Don Igler and Arlen Stringer at the IBM Research Laboratory, California. They began with a clean and nickel surface in a high vacuum and introduced a small quantity of silver. The system was cooled to 4 degree Kelvin above absolute zero to minimize any thermal motion, and they set about locating the individual xenon atoms. When Igler and Stringer found xenon atoms, they tracked it into the correct position with the help of a tip of a STM. It took them an hour to form each letter. That is, it is a 3-hour journey. The design, that is, they are controlling each atom by technical hands. And if we see the development in 21st century, we know about the 19th century, the 20th century, there is a huge development in quantum mechanics. There are so many paradoxes, there are so many theorems, experimental verifications, so on. In 21st century, there is also some progress in quantum domain that Alan Aspect and Atom Wingler and John Clauser present the progress with the resolution of non-locality aspect of quantum theory. And in 2010, they are awarded Wolf Prize in Physics. Then in 2009, there is some invented Bitcoin Cornell invented quantum machine, applying quantum mechanics to a macroscopic object just large enough to be seen by a map data, which is able to vibrate small amount and large amount simultaneously. And we know in 22 Higgs boson was confirmed in Atlas and CMS. We know the physicists very well. And in 2014, scientists transferred data by quantum teleportation over a distance of 10 feet with 0% error, a vital step towards quantum internet and security system also. And these are the developments and the future of quantum mechanics at the present era. Now, what understanding is needed for that? That is the question. Now, for that, we have to go to back about more than 200 years. The Thomas Young's experiment of double slit experiment. Thomas Young's double slit experiment, that is the first experiment we understand the wave nature of light. The light enlightens everybody, but there are so many discussions on light, and the wave nature of light we see in the graduate course, the wave double slit experiment. And we know it very well that there is a path difference, and due to this path difference, there is a pattern, interference pattern observed. And this interference pattern refers to the wave nature of light. So, in photoelectric effect 1905, Einstein proved that light is a quantum. Photon. It is a photon. It is a packet of energy, and we cannot nullify it because we have to accept there is a concrete theory, and experimentally it was verified that light is a quantum. And it sets some confusion in us, whether it is a real nature of light, and is it actually correct or something. But for all practical purpose, we have to admit it, because we have seen that if we accept it, then there is no problem. But if we question it, then there is tremendous problem. Here is a double slit interference pattern, and we see that here two sets of images are provided. When wavelength of the arrow refers to the direction, and in that direction, their wavelength of light is decreased, and in that direction, in the right side, in the width of the slit is increased. And it is obvious true. We can, if we take a path difference equation, we can obviously prove that there is no confusion in it if light is a wave, traveling wave, and from the two slits, if path difference is multiple of lambda by 2, it will be a dark point, and it will be if it is even multiple of lambda, then it will be a brighter point. That is, interference will be filled here in right. Now, the double slit experiment with bullet, it will perform, and we see these are the sandboxes as a detector, and there is a gun which can throw bullet, and there are two slits, and gun is designed so that one bullet only fired at a time, and it fired at random within a certain angular zone by covering the two slits. Then you see that as slit 1 is open, we receive a pattern, and slit 2 is open, we again receive a pattern, and when both slits are open, we receive another pattern. Now, if you count it, then we see that it is just the sum total of when the slit 1 is open only, and when the slit 2 is open only. It is the sum total. Because pattern 1 is clear, it refers to it is probability of hitting in that side. We can assume it very naturally that the probability of hitting bullet in that region will be higher than that, because it is far richer. That is, it will be scattered at a large angle only when then it will be reached. It can be reached here. But the same slit also, the same logic, and when the two slits are open, we get an interference we get pattern which is just the sum total of 1 and 2. Now, but with the water waves, now see the water waves how it behaves. If we see, this is a water wave, this is a wave. If we in a pond, if we produce two disturbance at 2 points, it will see that it produce some interference pattern, and the amplitudes at the heights of the water and the ripples form, they overlap with each other and form a interference pattern. And this is the pattern we observe as the disturbances, point of disturbances are very close and the point of disturbances are quite apart. This is the difference of pattern we observe. This is the difference of pattern we observe when the split separation, we can say, are varied. And this is these are all natural things. That is our understanding to nature. What is required, our fundamental understanding in nature to be enhanced. And this is our wave spreading out of a single slit. We see the water wave spreading out of a single slit, and this is the water wave spreading out of a two slits. These are the difference in pattern. This is not only true the light as a wave when we see it, but if we see wave, why we assume that light, the wave assumption for light? Because from nature we have seen that when it is a wave in nature, that is the water waves, we see such type of patterns, and same patterns are forming by, if we assume that light is a wave. But only thing to that submission is that Einstein say light is a particle. Light is not a wave only, light is a particle, because there is a photoelectric effect. We cannot escape it. If we can escape by any alternative and better theory, then only we can release light from saying that it is also a particle. Now, for that, what we have seen that this is the difference between a bullet and a light. When a bullet, that is a particle enough, with all particle existence, we see that it is the sum total of the slit 1 and slit 2 open, but here it is not. When the slits 2 are, when gap 1 is open, we have a pattern like bullet. Gap 2 is open, we have a pattern like bullet. But when 2 are open simultaneously, we have a pattern different from that. It says that this is quite different from bullet. The mechanism is different, and this difference refers to the interference pattern. And we observe naturally, because if we just on a pond we experiment, we see that such type of things occur. Now this is an electron. Why electron? Now photon, after that, this double slit experiment is also confirmed with other elementary particles which are massive, like electrons, protons, neutrons, all this type of particles. For this type of particles, double slit experiments are performed. And the same conclusion observed, that there is an interference pattern is observed. The electron gun, when a stream of electron passes, someone from 1, someone from 2, a stream of electron and random direction is thrown, then it produces, at a given time, it produces a pattern. And we see that here that it is not only the sum total, there is some interference pattern. And for that, we have to have an idea of that interference of wave. Interference, that is where from this wave comes, that is electron is not a particle. Electron behaves like a wave. What from? Why it is wave? Because de Broglie said that electron, a particle can be, a matter can be a particle, it exists in two forms, in a particle and phase. And Davidson-Ganman in its experiment proved that. Hence, we have nothing to say regarding that, that electron is a particle and electron is also a wave. And in that case, the wave nature of light is revealed at the screen. The electron here we triggered from the ground, it is very much a particle. We produced the electron as a particle and it triggers. All the mechanism involved is for triggering an electron from a particle from a source. And after emitting these electrons, someone from slit 1 and slit 2, they interfere. And if two slits are open, they produce interference pattern. At the screen, we are getting the effect of a wave. Then confusion arises that what happens? We trigger the electron and it passes this distance. After passing this distance, it becomes a wave. It interferes with the wave. Then we see that we should be more conservative because we don't know how electron interfere. We know how wave interfere. We can see, but we don't see that how electron interfere. Let us see how electron interfere. For that, we should be more conservative. We trigger one electron at a time. With fixed energy, one electron at a time, but with random. One may go to slit 1 and slit 2. We have no restriction on that. And it is randomized. For that also, we see the same pattern. For that also, we see the same pattern, that is the interference pattern. Then it is quite confusing because electron is a particle. One particle, how one particle passes through both the slits and interfere. Because what to do, we have to split one electron into two parts and then interference can take place if the particle's nature or the wave at that slit 1 and slit 2, so while passing through slit 1 and slit 2, it becomes some new patterns are developed. For that, a interference pattern is observed. It's a very confusing situation. Then we thought that let us see in which slit the electron passes. Now this is the development, the double slit experiment. Okay, this is the development. If we see that this is the plate, the screen where the electron triggers, and it is that time evolution of the pattern. It is the time evolution of the pattern. That is, we see that the electrons triggered at different sites randomly. Electron triggers at different sites randomly, and it is not a wave, because a wave, the energy is distributed along its wavefront. That is, if it is a wave up to the screen, then it should have a full distribution of energy, not a localized energy. It is a distribution of energy, but it is a particle nature. It deposits energy at a very localized sector. Now, if it is the time evolution, we see that there is a randomness. We see the randomness, but as the time develops, one pattern is also developed with the same time. That is, if at 120 seconds, we see that there is a pattern. There is a specific pattern. There is a pattern. There is a specific pattern for which we can see that it can only be explained if we have to accept that it is a wave of like a water wave or a light wave, whatever. And this is the pattern in another form after a considerable of time. This is the interference pattern developed at the detector, and this is our another way, because we can only put questions and our curiosity can only tool to derive better understanding. And if we see the history of physics, it is only curiosity which drives us to derive so many things. And if it is fundamental, then its application will be very much. Then if we see, we want to determine that through which slit the electron passes, and through a source of light, we trigger a photon and it hits for the source, I trigger an electron at random with slit 1 or slit 2, and this side from a source of light I trigger a photon, so that as it crosses the slit 1 or slit 2, it will be heated and the scattered photon will be arrested by the photon detectors placed in other directions. Now we see that the photons we can detect all the electrons, whether it is passing through slit 1 or slit 2. But in that case, it is another surprising was we see that for double slit, when the two slits are open, that it just forms the sum total of the slit 1 and slit 2 as like bullet. That is like a particle. Like a particle. That like a bullet. We saw that this was these are the patterns, and if we want to know from specifically through which slit the electron passes, in that case it's returned back to the bullet nature. There is no wave nature is observed, and this is also very disturbing for us. Now this source of light is after this slit. It was experiment was done with a source of light after the slit, with a source of light before the slit, all type of things from the bottom, from the up, all type of experiment was done. But it can be seen that if we hit the photon, then it produces a pattern like this. Now, at least what it is happening, that if we discard the initial electron, momentum of the electron, and determine its position, then the pattern starts. Then if we want to use very slow photon. We want to trigger with more slower photon. That is with longer wavelength photon. Then we see at a certain time the pattern again returns to the wavelength. But as the photon moment wavelength is very high, in comparison to the slits difference, we, we, cannot say that with which slit the electron passes. But if we use a photon with momentum compatible to determine the position, then the pattern vanishes and it behaves like a bug. Now here's a Feynman interpretation. The Feynman interpretation with a probability amplitude, that is, he explained the fact that the electron can choose any direction to approach a point. And if we set another slit with 3 slits, then the probability of having hitting the screen at D will be the sum total of the probability amplitudes with all these combinations. And with another slit in front of that with more slits, another slit with more slits, we are increasingly, we insert the slits, then these will be sum total of all possible combinations. In other words, there is no slits. That is, the electron can, from the beginning to the end, the path of the electron can choose any type of path any electron can choose. And this is the Feynman interpretation, and it is also disturbing to us, the common people. Here is, now you know that quantum mechanics refers to the, it is referred by Schrödinger equation, the wave equation, the wave psi wave, that is the probability of a particle in a particular domain, probability function. But it hardly refers to the outcome of the event. It refers to the probability, but it hardly refers to the outcome. There is no ingredient in this wave function which refers to the outcome of this event. Hence, we have to wait till it is collapsed. Now here is another experiment which is done for other studies. Then we see that electron gun, when there is an electron gun, it produces an interference pattern we have already seen. Now if we put a thin metal sheet with a phase shift, which can produce a phase shift to the electron wave, because we have nothing to accept that electron wave particle duality, it's an electron wave. The electron wave in the interference pattern is that the light wave, which is also electron wave, and electron wave interference pattern is observed. Then we place a small metal sheet which can put insert an interference in phase shift with the electron wave. Then we observe that it is not changed. The interference pattern not changed by the phase shift. That is, it has no effect on the pattern. But if we put a local phase shift, that is, if we put a thin plate in front of one of the slits, that is, one slit have to suffer a phase shift and other shift have not. That is the local shift. If we provide a local shift, the interference pattern changes. We see the interference pattern changes. Now, another experiment, very interesting experiment, was observed by Hom and Jakir Arnav. It is known as Hom-Arnav experiment. It's a very interesting experiment. They thought that as it is an electric field, an electron passes through it has electric field, then it should be modified by some magnetic field. Let us put a magnetic field. They inserted a magnetic field lines perpendicular to the plane here by a thin coil, putting a thin coil there. The magnetic field produced, and they try to observe what happens. They saw the interference pattern changes. Because obviously it is affected by the magnetic field. As the electron passes, it is affected by magnetic field. And the electrodynamics, we know that this is nothing very serious. But here another thing is there, that from electrodynamics we can explain classical electrodynamics. But what about quantum mechanics? Quantum mechanics, there is a probability wave psi. This wave, how it is affected by this electric field? That's the question. Now, hence, Dirichlet was awarded Nobel Prize for Physics in 1989 for trapping a single electron and isolating a single atom. He also trapped a single positron, the antiparticle of an electron, and kept it in a trap performing jumps to order over 3 months to counter the commonly held impression that everything in the quantum world is just some vague wave of probability. Dirichlet liked to emphasize the reality and individuality of these trapped elementary particles by giving them names: Astrid, the atom, and Priscilla, the positron. And since winning Nobel Prize, he says, "My life is now a bed of roses, an absolute bed of roses." And these are the contradictory views, and which sets a confusion and uneasiness within us regarding the understanding of the atomic world. Hence, I think somewhat more minds to play to interpret all these, to exclude all these confusions, so that we can better guide the future generations and technological developments, and in medicine, in telecommunications, and in all sphere of life. And we can trust that, as we did, as the physicists did in the past. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Okay, I conclude here. Kamal.
Yeah, Ananda. So the talk is concluded. If anyone has some question, they can ask. And in chat box, I can see some question, and I will be asking on the behalf of the participant. Rajat sir has asked one question. The waves superimpose and give rise to interference pattern are entangled. Is it still valid in the case of slow emitter of electrons or photons where the same interference pattern is developed?
Now, slow emitters, I can say only that it is a very interesting to note that if we restrict the experiment and design it in such a way that only one photon passes at a time through a single slit, through a slit, then also the interference pattern is also only one electron at a time, and the electron or photon or proton, that is, it doesn't depend on its charge. It is also with neutron, it is also produced in interference pattern. It is also observed.
So the case is that even for slow emitters, there will be pattern, interference pattern. Okay. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other?
Is it at all possible to sort of move a single photon through the slit? Single electron I can, yes, but single photon.
Yeah, single photon also possible, because they demand that it is also, the experiment was also performed with a single photon at a time.
Okay.
Detect only location of the one electron from the slit. One electron from the slit. Okay. Only location. If you see the only location of the electron, then I already mentioned that pattern design. And if we indulge to slow down the detecting the photon to be slow enough, that is, it imparts very small momentum to the electron, so that the disturbance is minimal. Then we see that after a certain time, the pattern arrives, but for that we cannot determine, as a slow photon means the wavelength is high. Wavelength is high, and the wavelength is so high that it cannot determine, unable to determine from which slit it is the electron passes. And when it is capable of determining, then the pattern identification.
Okay. Animesh has asked one question. We are very much familiar with electromagnetic wave from experiment as well as from Maxwell's equation. Is there any experimental or theoretical result explaining the nature of de Broglie wave?
Yeah, de Broglie wave also the division-German experiment. Division in German, and with Thomson, G.P. Thomson. Actually, J.J. Thomson, he the electron to charge electron charge to mass ratio he determined. J.J. Thomson and his son G.P. Thomson, along with Davison and German, they won Nobel Prize for the determination of wave nature of electron, and that this experiment ultimately confirms the wave particle duality as proposed by G.P. Broglio.
Shobboshachi has one question. He is asking how single photon can be created or allowed to go through a single slit.
Can be created or allowed. How single photon can be yes. And honestly speaking, I don't know how single photon can be created. I only can refer that it is written that a single photon can also be created.
My question is that what is the problem in accepting the dual nature of light?
What is the problem in accepting the dual nature of light? No, the problem of accepting dual nature of light, we, if we accept that the light is of dual nature, then not everything is okay. I think everything is okay. Nothing is objectionable from light point. On light point, the electron it has some questions in the experiment that we do, but for light there is no problem. But we always apply. Feedback. Yeah. Well, next, I have no objection with dual nature of light, but I have some objections. The quantum theory, what it describes about a particle wave particle duality, there is a there are some questions, and the quantum jump, the physical significance of quantum jump, and what determines quantum jump. These are the questions which, and these are the very important questions which determines the quantum jump. How a state collapses, what are the factors for collapsing a state? And for electrons, there is another type of questions from its wave particle duality. But for light, I have no objection if it's assumed that it is it is a wave as well as a particle, because in our childhood we saw, I think all of them, and already seen that they are the cotton flower, শিমুলতুলো বীজ যখন ওড়ে, when the floating cotton flower, then we see that there are some seeds, solid part in its center, with a feather expanding all around, and it is floating on here. And if we try to catch it, it is very difficult to catch it, because If we try to catch it, it will be perturbed. The perturbation in the air column, it will just slip out of our catch. And we don't know how an electron looks like, but maybe particle, maybe of that type, I don't know. And if we, the de Broglie wave particle duality, the de Broglie wavelength, if we calculate for a dog walking on a room, in a room, what will be the de Broglie wavelength for that dog? If we calculate that, if that room is expanded to the polar system, then the de Broglie wavelength will be in the atomic scale. For a dog walking in a room, that's why it is behaved like a particle, an object, not as a wave. But for a particle, as per de Broglie, to be wave, its velocity and mass must be must be small enough to enhance its wave nature. And the electron qualifies, the slow electron qualifies that. Hence, if as per this equation, if it is a de Broglie, as per de Broglie, and it is the equation, it is verified that we have a wave. But we somehow miss the description of the experiment and what actually goes on at the from the very onset to the final point. That is not so clear. Not so clear.
What is the problem?
What is the problem? That is the randomness. If we see that I fired a electron gun random and it reaches the screen at random, no problem. It interferes at random and reaches the screen at random. It from the wave, and if it is a slow electron, it is a sufficient. It is a sizable wave, and it interference. It does interference, and it produces interference pattern. And this as but the pattern develops at the final stage. It is not random. It is a definite pattern. If we photograph a distant nebulae or galaxy with our camera, the photons are coming, but the number of photons is small. That exposure time is a very important factor. And as the exposure time are high enough, then only we get the whole picture. But if we see a small time fraction of that exposure, we cannot distinguish, we cannot make out any picture out of it. We have
the same is true if you toss a coin.
what?
If you toss a coin, something will occur.
That is some designs. There is no obstruction as such so much from the distant galaxy and my camera. There is no obstruction. There is a detector. Photons are coming and it is recording. And 2-second recording, 4-second recording, 10-second recording, half an hour recording. If I compare that, we see that there is a much difference between the patterns, between the exposures. We have, after enough time, the exact what is there, it is imprinted on my detector. But if I take a short time slab of that, I have no idea what is going on.
Exactly the same thing happens in case of tossing a coin.
It appears that
Or in
everything is
case of
random.
anything that is probabilistic.
If you toss a coin large number of times, then only you will get 50-50 probability. Otherwise, anything can be happen.
But from a 10-second exposure, nobody can infer that this is a part of half an hour exposure. Nobody can confirm or relate.
You just need a large number of events to get a
Yes,
picture.
only for a large number of photons we can have that exact picture. Because and in the as we decrease the time scale, we have no impression. Everything is so random. Everything is so random. There is no impression.
No, but that is true for any process which is not deterministic, right?
Yes, that is for any process. And this is now the final. There is a statement of Feynman also that a glass of wine, with a glass of wine, we can discuss about the universe because there is all subjects which can be discussed from a glass of wine, from its composition, where from the glass comes, and where is the wine composition, everything. Better to drink. And last, he said that better to drink it and forget about all.
Let us thank our speaker, and we cannot do it as, but I personally can do it in classes for such a wonderful talk, and the topic is also read and a question of debate. Okay.